if you have a situation whereby, for example, a franchisee is on holiday or they're sick and you need to temporarily transfer a job from one franchisee to another, and then you will transfer them back, this is what you do. I'm taking an example whereby the regional franchisee is invoicing the customer and collecting the money. The job is allocated to franchisee number 3. Now, let's say that in January, franchisee number 3 does these 2 jobs, but then cannot do these 2 jobs here. But they can start back on the 4th. So what you can do is simply go in and create, go in and first of all you need to complete the 2 jobs that have been done by franchisee number 3. So we'll complete those jobs. This then locks it in the calendar for franchisee number 3 as being their completed jobs. So you select those 2 entries. The next thing that you should do is deal with the invoices. So the thing is what is recommended as a process at the moment, because you've got paired invoices, so there's payments crossing between the regional and the local franchisee, is we recommend that for the month of the change or the crossover, part month transfers, that you go in and you actually delete that particular instance of the invoice. And what that does is it also deletes the paired invoice or the franchisee payable invoice. It makes that month very clean in the CRM then. What you then need to do is in your own accounting system, whether it be Xero or your own accounting system, MYB, you need to generate a one-off invoice to the customer for the month of January in this case, and then you will have 2 payable invoices that need to be created or lodged in your accounting software. Half of the month for franchisee number 3 in this case, the other half for franchisee number 1. So what I would suggest that you do is, without upsetting the system here, what you would do is you would go into the calendar. This will take you to franchisee number 3. Okay, now it's on Thursday. Remember that it is in January, so I'll go back to January. These 2 have been done by franchisee number 3. This one is being done by, let's say, franchisee number 2. So let's transfer it to them. So it is in January. It's from the 21st. We've got that there. We've got the reoccurrence. I would transfer it. It's going to occur on a Thursday. What I would in fact do is I would transfer it lock, stock and barrel to franchisee number 2. The reason for doing this is that if franchisee number 3 is away for longer, you don't have to go back into the system and make adjustments. So back in the job, you can now see that franchisee number 2 has at least these 2 jobs, and if franchisee 3 is away for longer, all these jobs. Now what will happen is that once franchisee 2 has completed these 2 jobs, which we'll do right now, job completed, so then you select the 21st and the 28th, and this will lock in and record in franchisee number 2's calendar the fact that they have done that job. Okay, that's successfully done. Remember, you won't do this all in one go. You will do it as the situation occurs, and the local franchisees should be going in and completing their jobs every time they do the job anyway. So say the franchisee number 3 comes back and is ready to do the job from the 4th of February. So we go into the shared calendar, we go to franchisee 3's calendar, we go from the 4th of February, we click on that, we say that it's going to repeat every week on a Thursday, we adjust the time and all the rest of it, click add, and the system will then transfer back that job to franchisee number 3. So that's completed. Remember, what's going to happen is that if we go into that invoice, so this is the invoice for January, we are going to delete this invoice, okay, so this is a situation where the job is started in January. Okay, so I've deleted the January invoice. Remember what I said before, that for a part month where 2 franchisees are doing the job, delete the customer invoice from the system. That'll automatically delete the local franchisee payable invoice, so it's nice and clean in the CRM. You set up a customer invoice in your accounting system. You set up 2 payable invoices, one for one franchisee, one for another, and then when things come back right again, we go back to this customer. So we do a customer search. We find that job that we've just transferred temporarily. Which is that one there. We reset up that invoice. You won't have to do this if it wasn't for the fact that in January was the first invoice. Simply delete this, go commercial cleaning for the month of, create the repeat, that is for the 26th of February, you save that, do that, and what you've now got is you're back on even par. The invoices will start working properly from February, and you've got record in your accounting software